Hello everyone. Uh, Very good morning and welcome to Study Online and welcome to software testing course. Today happens to be the day 3 of software testing. I would like to share you the screen. Okay, if you're able to see the screen and if you're able to hear my voice, please do respond yes in the chat box. Okay, and many of them were telling sir, the chat, whatever everyone will do, it will keep on popping. That's the reason it's uh, difficult to concentrate, sir. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me just give the option to chat for me itself. It will not be visible for you people. Okay, now observe. Let me just do one thing. Let me just open the folder software testing study online 2022. Let me just create a new text file. The name of the text file happens to be day 3. I will tell day 3 happens to be the name of the text file. Within this day 3, what I will do, please do observe. Within this day 3, what I will do, let me just consider the heading of today's session. Sir, what is the heading, sir? Before me explaining what is today's heading, let me just quickly recap whatever I have thought in day 2. Okay, by taking some 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I think in the yesterday's session I have thought history of testing. That means in 1960, what they used to do in the IT company, and in 1980, what they used to do is what I have thought. And I think I have written a couple of diagrams for that. And I have clearly told the importance of testing or advantages of testing. Next, guys, please do remember these 4 points. In order to avoid the error masking done by developer. What is error masking? Also, I have told it is just a process of hiding the error from the test case table. By whom? By developer. Next, second importance of testing, to identify the error in the developed software developer. I know some of them will be having this doubt. Sir, what is error, sir? What is bug? What is mistake? What is fault? What is flaw? All those things, is that the same or different, sir? 200% all the technical terminologies that are involved in testing are different. Okay, I will teach you that by giving some normal example. I will teach that so that easily you should remember that particular terminologies. Next, in order to improve the quality of the software, testing is very important. And don't you think if you increase the quality of software 100%, it will increase the business of the company? Okay, next, I think I have just taught you the topic called as performance testing. Now tell me, let me not, okay, let me just open that particular notes. If I ask you the definition of performance testing, how many of them are able to tell the proper answer? Yes, sir, I'll be able to tell the proper answer, sir, without by hearting or without mugging up the things. Fine. How many of them are confident that, yes, sir, we are able to tell the definition? How many of them? Please do respond in the chat box. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, great. And guys, it's simple, right? Maybe if you just look at the diagram, whatever I have written, easily you can just tell the answer. That means in the interview and all, you will not be having the permission to see the diagram. Maybe if you close your eyes, the diagram should be there in front of your eyes so that you have to tell the definition. Testing the stability and response time of the software or application by applying the load as an input is called as what? Performance testing. So similarly, what is the meaning of stability, response time, crash, sir? Checking the ability of any software or application by applying some load for a longer duration of time or a minimal duration of time is called as stability. What is response time? T1, T2, T3. That means the overall time taken by the server to respond to the request sent by client. What is crash? It's a situation where the software or application is not being able to withstand the load sent as an input. This particular situation is called as what? Crash. And I think all these things are not required. Let me just close this. I think day 3 is open. Now I would like to write the heading that happens to be, guys, without this particular topic, 100% testing interview will not be concluded. Okay, sir, which is the very important topic, sir. Maybe for another 4 to 5 days, I have to teach this topic called as SDLC. Uh, Anybody, if you are aware of the full form of SDLC, please tell me. Full form. Abbreviation is what I have written, SDLC. What is the full form? Please do respond if you are aware of that. Guys, I just want a very quick response from your side. What is SDLC? That's it. What is SDLC? Okay, very good, very good. I'm able to see the answers from few people. Software developer lifecycle. No, it is not software developer lifecycle. It is software development lifecycle. What is that? Software development lifecycle. Let me just write it down. software development. So here I'll just tell software development life cycle. Software development life cycle. Sir, what is this software development life cycle, sir? We are not able to understand, sir. Ah, we'll just do one thing. We'll just do one thing. Guys, when it comes to software development life cycle, initially they used to follow the old approach. Maybe as days progressed, they have invented some of the new models. Later, right now, they are using the latest approach. Fine, sir, what is that, sir? Let me give you the clarity from technical perspective. Right now, what I'll do, I'll just do one thing. I'll be asking few questions, but I'll be erasing this. Now I'm telling I'll be erasing this. Please tell me when it comes to, okay, instead of this, okay, let me just ask you a few uh, questions which is of fun type so that easily I can correlate the things into technical. In your life, I'm just asking the question for boys. In your life, have you proposed a girl? Yes or no? That's it. In your life, have you proposed a girl? Or do you have a plan to propose a girl? Why? Because February 14th is approaching. That's the reason. Okay, great. Yes, it might be boys or it might be girls. Fine. Please tell me, have you proposed for girls? Have you proposed boys? For boys, have you proposed a girl? I think many of them are telling yes. Okay, for next year for sure, sir. No, I'm asking right now. Have you proposed? Sir, why you are asking all those love lives, sir? It is very tragedy, sir. I can understand that. Now tell me, whenever you want to propose a girl or maybe girl, whenever you want to propose a boy, please tell me what and all technique that you will use to propose a boy or girl. There are so many techniques, right? And now tell me, I think nowadays in 2020, how you will propose a girl? But I think using a text message, simply will send a text message in WhatsApp by saying what? Simply will tell I love you. That's it here. Simply will tell I love you. And if she agrees, well and good, you'll be very happy. If not, what I will tell? Typo mistake. Instead of sending for someone else, I have sent it for you. Like this, you will tell. Or if not, maybe you'll just delete that message. Correct, right? That's how the things will work. Text messaging, it might be normal text, it might be through WhatsApp, it might be through Facebook, it might be through Instagram. I think nowadays all the proposing activity will be done using Instagram. Correct, right? This is in 2020, correct, right? And in 2020, I think some of them will follow this approach. What they will do, they will take that girl or boy for a long drive. Long drive, that's it, nothing else. After taking the girl for long drive, what they will do, they'll just propose. How they will propose, sir? Or simply they'll just tell I love you or whatever the huge sentence they want to tell. Fine, you are my little angel, you are I know your dad's little prince, like this and all they will tell. Okay, but ultimately it's also I love you, that's it. Fine, they can do any methodology by taking her to long drive, but ultimately the message whatever they'll convey happens by I love you. Next, I think they will take a girl to a dinner. Okay, I'll just tell candlelight dinner, candlelight dinner. Okay, next. Here also what they will tell. Here also they will take her after dinner or before dinner. I think before dinner only they will tell. Because after dinner, if she doesn't agree at that point of time, they have to pay the bill for that. That's the reason. I think before the food only they will propose. If she agrees, then okay, fine. If not, what they will do, they'll just drink water and they'll just come back. That's it. By seeing that candle. Next. Observe properly. Guys, I'm only telling the methodologies or technique. You just tell me some technique. I want some techniques from your side. Okay, one person is telling, sir, by giving red rose. Why red rose? Why can't be white rose? White rose means brother. Okay, by giving red rose, they'll propose. Correct, right? I think red rose, all those things used to be in very trendy manner to propose a girl. Some few years back, I think 10 years back or 5 years back. But right now, these are the things. I think many techniques are there. Okay, one person is telling by gifting something. That means by providing some gifts, you'll propose a girl. Very good. It's a very good technique. What gifts you will give? What and all gifts you will give whenever you want to propose a girl? Okay, someone is telling, sir, we'll give chocolate, sir. Why? Because it's uh, what I can tell, cost friendly. Chocolates. Okay. Next, okay, ice cream. Hey, nowadays, who will eat chocolate, ice cream, burger, bun, and all? Correct, right? If you give chocolates and if you give burger, bun, and all, they'll not accept. Please try to update yourself. But okay, let me write that chocolates, ice cream, and some other gift, whatever you want. Next, please tell me. Next, in the olden days, how they used to propose. Assume that if they want to propose a girl in olden days, how they used to propose. There's no one I'm telling. I'll correlate all these things to the SDLC. That's the reason I'm asking. Simply, I'm not asking you to waste your time. No. Okay, don't you think? they used to give letters, and that letter is also letters, greetings, correct, right? And postcard, very good. Letter, greeting, postcard. I think letters written within a blood. I think many of them at that point of time, correct, right? Guys, 20 or 30 years back, this is what the trend. If they write the letters in blood, I think the girl should accept. If not, what they will tell? If you don't accept me, I'll self suicide. That is what the technique that they will tell. I think those technique will be applicable nowadays also, but don't do that. Somebody should love you by seeing your character, not all these things. Yeah, observe properly. Right now, these are the techniques or methodologies that is there in order to develop your here LDLC. Sir, what sir? What is LDLC, sir? If you want LDLC, that is love development life cycle. These are the techniques that are there. You can give letter, you can give greeting, gift, retros, candle dinner, long drive, text message. Okay, one person is asking, sir, are you experienced? Yes, I'm having a huge experience in this LDLC, love development life cycle. Yeah, I'll just do one thing. Maybe next week I'm gonna start a batch for that. If you want, you can attend. Simply, I'm just kidding. That's it. Okay, sir, have you proposed a girl? One person is asking. I think recently I got married. Okay, I think 8 or 9 months back. Mhm. My wife is sitting beside me. Okay, so all those things cannot be disclosed. Some other day I will tell. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is love development life cycle. Okay, sir, what is love development life cycle, sir? It is pretty simple. See here, different procedures, different procedures, different procedures, or technique also you can tell. Different procedures, followed, different procedures followed to develop the love or relation. Different procedures followed to develop the love or relation is technically referred as. So here, different procedures followed to develop the love called as is called as LDLC. Correct, right? Same thing. Different procedures followed to develop instead of love, you tell software. That's it. The only change, whatever you have to do is what? Instead of love, you just tell software. Different procedures follow to develop the software is called as what? Not LDLC, SDLC. Is that clear, guys? Please do respond. Is that clear? Different procedures follow to develop the software is called as what? Software development lifecycle. Like this, for developing the love only, these many approaches are there. Don't you think for developing the software, don't you think so many procedures will be there? So many procedures. Okay, sir, what are the so many procedures, sir? Don't worry, 100%. I'm going to tell all the procedures. Right now, what I'll do, I'll just remove this. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this. Why? Because it's a hint that I'm giving. So techniques that I'm giving, you can just take the screenshot, but don't write it in the notes and all. No one I'm telling, but because somehow your parents, if they see your notes at that point of time, something they will feel. Hey, what this fellow is teaching, testing or something else. That's what they will feel. That's the reason. Let me remove this. Okay, maybe let me remove that at last. See here, guys, like how different procedures are there when it comes to software development lifecycle. Also, different procedures are there. I can just tell like this under SDLC. See here, so under software development lifecycle, there are seven phases. Under software development lifecycle, there are 7 phases. Okay, sir, which are those 7 phases, sir? You only observe one by one. I'm gonna write one by one. I'm gonna write first one. That happens to be requirement, requirement, requirement elicitation, requirement elicitation and analysis, requirement elicitation and analysis. Second step, second phase happens to be feasibility study, or else I can just tell feasibility. Next one I can just tell it as design phase. Next one, coding part. After coding part, you only observe after coding 100%, it should be testing. Next, sixth one, I can just tell it as installation. Guys, I have prepared on PPT in such a way that you will never forget this particular 7 phases of SDLC in your life. Okay, you don't worry about that, I'll take care. Next phase that happens to be maintenance. Now tell me, how many phases are there in SDLC? I want a very quick response from your side. How many phases are there in SDLC? Okay, very good. There are totally 7 phases in SDLC. Okay, sir, these 7 phases are there. Please explain one by one, sir. I will not explain one by one right now. Why? Because these 7 phases will be used by one model. I will explain there in detail. Okay, sir, how many models are there, sir, which will follow SDLC? That means under SDLC, under software development lifecycle, how many models will come or how many models will follow this approach, sir? I can just tell like this: SDLC is having software development lifecycle is having so many models, is having so many models, so many models in which below are the important models. There are so many models, guys. Now I'm telling. Among that, below are the important models. I have just listed down according to the era is what I have listed down. Initially, the olden approach or the traditional approach that happens to be waterfall model. Waterfall model. Next, after that, they invented something called as spiral model. Spiral model. Afterwards, they invented something called as prototype model. Prototype model. Afterwards, they have invented something called as V and V model. V and V model. Okay, right now in the industry, they are using one model. I think 90% of the company has adopted that particular model. Could you please tell me that model if you have some knowledge on testing? Very good. That happens to be Agile model. Very good. That happens to be Agile model. Now, like this, there are totally 5 important models that will be used in the industry. Still, many models are there, but I have just written these 5 important models. Now I'll do one thing. I will take the first one. I'll take the first one. Sir, what is this first one, sir? First one happens to be waterfall model. First one happens to be waterfall model. Now tell me, is there any doubt for anyone? If somebody is asking what is SDLC, develop different procedures, follow to develop. Please don't tell love, tell software. Is called as software development lifecycle. Next, under SDLC, there are 7 phases. All the 7 phases I have listed down. Next, SDLC is having so many models in which some of the important models is what I have listed down. Among that, the first one happens to be waterfall model. What is the first one? Waterfall model. Now what I'll do, one by one I will take. Inside waterfall model, all the 7 phases will come. That's the reason what I'll do. One by one, I will take the phases inside waterfall model. Sir, what is waterfall model, sir? Who invented waterfall model, sir? Everything I will tell. I'll just tell maybe for definition of waterfall model, I'll just tell it is one of the procedure. It is one of the procedures. It is one of the procedures followed to develop. Followed to develop. It is one of the procedures followed to develop the software. Followed to develop the software. Software means SWS. What I will tell. Next, second point. It is part of. It's a part of. It's a part of SDLC. It's a part of SDLC. I think 2 points is more than sufficient. Let us just learn the first one. Sir, what is the first one, sir? I'll just tell like this here. Different phases. Different phases involved. Different phases involved in waterfall model. Waterfall model. I think why I'm typing very slow. So why suggestions are not coming? Okay. I have opened a normal text document. Let's just give me a minute. I'll just do one thing. I'll just open the Notepad++. I think in Notepad++ it is very easy for me to type all those things. Okay. File open. Let me just open the file. Day 3. Open. Yeah. I think I have not saved. That's the reason it is not coming. I think now it will come. Yes, cool. I'll just close day 3 here. Okay. Software development life cycle. Okay, everything is fine. Different phases involved in waterfall model. Which are those, sir? You only observe. Guys, now only I'm telling, in case of waterfall model, there are 7 phases. How many phases are there in waterfall model? There are 7 phases in waterfall model. I can just tell like this. Let me just write it here. I'll just tell totally 7 phases are involved in waterfall model. Okay, sir. Which are those 7 phases, sir? Okay. Let me just consider the first one that happens to be requirement elicitation and analysis. Requirement elicitation and analysis. Okay, sir. What does that mean? What is the meaning of requirement elicitation and analysis, sir? It's pretty simple, guys. What is the English meaning of requirement? Anybody? Could please tell me what is the English meaning of requirement? English meaning. Very good. Necessity, needs. Correct, right? That's what the meaning of requirement. Sir, what is elicitation, sir? Elicitation means very simple. Gather or collect. Gather or collect. Analysis means what? They have to study that. That's it. Sir, what will happen in case of requirement, elicitation, and analysis, sir? I'll just do one thing. I'll be writing one small diagram for that so that easily you'll understand in a very better manner. Let me just do one thing. Let me just tell. Please tell me, guys, who is responsible to give the requirement? I think by this time, you people are clearly aware of that. Who is responsible to give the requirement? Who has to give the requirement? Very good. Don't you think client or customer is responsible to provide the requirement? In case of service-based company, in case of product-based company, they'll survey the market. Ultimately, they will gather the requirement from the people itself. I'll just tell this happens to be the client or customer. You can just call it as client or customer. Okay, next. What this customer will do? This customer will approach any IT company. Let us just take Infosys or TCS or whatever may be the company. Next, sir, who is the first mode of contact with this client or customer, sir? There will be one category of people. Could you please tell me if you're working in the IT industry? If you're working in the IT industry, could you please tell me who will collect the requirement from customer? We'll see how many of them will tell the proper answer. Guys, who will collect the requirement from the customer? Very good, Divya, very good, Srinivas. There is a separate category of people in the IT industry. The designation of those people happens to be what? If you ask me, I can just tell BA. Sir, what is BA, sir? Business analyst. I just tell business analyst happens to be the people who will collect the requirement from the customer. Okay, sir, what is the duty of business analyst, sir? Whenever the customer gives the requirement, technically it is called as customer requirement. See here, customer requirement specification. It is called as what? Customer requirement specification, or you can just tell it as CRS. In short form, you can just call it as what? CRS. If somebody is asking what is customer requirement specification, what you should tell? It is CRS. Okay, sir. What will be there in CRS, sir? Maybe this customer will approach this particular company, and in that company he'll approach some business analyst, and he will tell, I want you to develop a software. That means he will just tell, develop a software, the software which performs some basic, which performs some basic, what I can tell, develop a software which performs some basic mathematical operation. Sir, what, sir? Who will develop the software like this, sir? Simply, I'm just giving an example. That's it. I can just take the real-time example, Facebook, Instagram. I can just write in detail, but this is not the time for that. I think going ahead, I'll just do that. But basically, understand the content. That's very important. What is waterfall model and how the things for doing in waterfall model is what I'm trying to tell. Develop a software which performs some basic mathematical operation. That means what, sir? If you provide the input as A plus B, if you provide the input as A plus B, it should provide the output as what? C or whatever it may be. That means addition. Instead of A plus B, I'll just tell he wants to perform. That means the customer wants to perform addition. The customer wants to perform subtraction. The customer wants to perform subtraction. The customer wants to perform multiplication. Similarly, that particular software should perform division. This is technically called as what? CRS or customer requirement specification. Why? Because customer would have given that. Now think and answer. Is that a technical document or non-technical document? Guys, think and answer. Don't commit a mistake. Now I'm telling, please don't commit a mistake, because it's very simple. Nothing is there to understand very in detail. Guys, customer. Do you think customer will be a technical guy or non-technical guy? Customer. Generally customer is technical or non-technical. 100% customer is what? Non-technical. I can just say like this. Customer happens to be the non-technical person. Let me just write it here. This document happens to be non-technical document. Non-technical document. Can just tell non-technical document. Now tell me, this is a non-technical document you have understood. Sir, is there any other point, sir? Yeah, 100% there is one more point. Sir, what is that point, sir? You only observe. First one, this is a non-technical document. Next one, don't you think it is there in business language? Business language means what, sir? Those things will be understood by customer very easily, and those things will be understood by business analyst. Correct, right? That's the reason I can just tell it as this is a business document. Business document, or else I can just tell it is there in business language. Business language. Maybe if the customer is comfortable in Kannada, he can give the requirement in Kannada. If the customer is comfortable in Hindi, he can give the requirement in Hindi. You cannot tell, no, I don't know Kannada, I don't know Hindi and all. You cannot tell, because however the customer tells the requirement, you have to take and you have to understand as a business analyst. That is your duty. That is the reason company will be paying the amount. Is that fine? Because ultimately customer will pay the amount. Now tell me, this non-technical document or business language data has to be converted into some other data. Sir, what is that, sir? I will tell like this here. The duty of business analyst, is to convert the CRS into what? If you ask me, I can just tell like this. You should convert the business language or the non-technical document into one more technical document. The name of the technical document happens to be, instead of customer requirement specification, is just tell software requirement specification. Technically it is called as SRS. Technically it is called as what? SRS. Is that fine? Sir, how does this software requirement specification will look like, sir? This business analyst should pass the CRS as a SRS to whom? If you ask me, the developers or the test engineers or whatever it may be, to the technical guys, he should send this. Sir, what they will do, sir? See here, what is the thing the customer would have told? Don't you think the customer would have told to develop the software? Now, what they will do, if you ask me, they will discuss how to develop the software, using which programming language. Assume that they are very good in Python, and in their company so many Python developers are there. That's the reason they will decide to develop the software using Python programming language. And what they will tell, addition, assume that addition is a huge operation, whatever they used to perform. That's the reason this addition will be told for developer number one. You take care about the logic of addition as well as subtraction. Next, for developer two, what they will tell, developer two, you take care about. See here, I'll just tell this happens to be developer two. I will tell. Okay, developer 2 is responsible to develop the logic for multiplication. Similarly, developer 2 is also responsible, or developer 3 I will take. Developer 3 is responsible for developing the division logic. That means after developing all the logic, they will combine and they will just give it the software for customer. Now developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, developer 4, if he is there, all of them should develop the software using which programming language? Python. Here also they have to develop in Python. Here also they have to develop in Python. Here also they should develop in Python. Okay, I hope it is clear for everyone so that easily you can understand. Developer 1 is also should develop the code in Python. Developer 2, developer 3, all of them should develop the code in Python programming language. Now tell me, we'll see how many of them will tell the proper answer. Is that a technical document or non-technical document? Is that a technical document or non-technical document? Very good, technical document. Don't you think it's a technical document where the, no, I'll tell you. I'll just tell you that. Who will understand all those things? I'll tell you, don't worry. It's a technical document. Let me just write it in different color. Green color only they'll use. Yeah. Next, is that a business language or is that a software language? I'm only giving you the hint. Please tell me, is that a business language or software language? Very good. It's a software language. It's a software language where the developers will understand. These category of people are only technically called as what? Senior developer or developers. Is that fine? Or your team manager or team lead, project manager, all those people will get the SRS. Afterwards, what they will do, they'll assign the task for junior developer or main developers. That's it. Is that clear? It's a technical document and it's in software language. Now tell me, what is the duty or what is requirement? If somebody is asking what is requirement, what you should tell? Let's observe properly. If somebody is asking what is requirement, your answer should be pretty simple. The needs of the customer which can be expressed in the form of high level language or diagrammatical format or mathematical equation. Because already I have told what is the meaning of requirement, in how many ways it can be provided. Once the customer is approaching the company with the requirement, business analyst or some of the times we can just call it as product analyst, some of them will call it as product analyst, business analyst, or in some of the company product analyst will collect the requirement. I'll just tell this happens to be or. Okay, great. Business analyst or product analyst, I can just tell it as product analyst will collect the requirement. Customer will give the requirement in which format? CRS document, that is the customer requirement specification. Next, sir, how they will decide in which programming language the software has to be developed? Okay, there are few techniques for that. Okay, I will just tell you how they will decide all those things. Okay, in feasibility study they will decide. There is one second step called as feasibility study. Yes, here whatever might be they have written, it might be Python. But actually, if they're doing feasibility study at that point of time, if they see to develop the software, Python is not feasible, Java is very feasible, then they'll just change it to Java or C or C++. In the next phase, they will decide. But here it's a rough sketch. That's it. It's a macro view. Is that fine, guys? It should not be, I mean, it doesn't mean that these things should be followed. No, when it comes to reality, developer 2 will develop addition, developer 1 might develop division, but by what I can tell, team lead or whoever it may be, if they are telling. But this is a rough figure or rough sketch. Okay. Now observe, after collecting the requirement, the business analyst will do the analysis and they will check for 3 things. Okay, sir, which are those 3 things the business analyst will check, sir? I'll just tell like this. The first one, whatever they will check happens to be whether the requirement given by the customer is complete or not. Whether the requirement given by customer is complete or not. Second one, whether the requirement given by the customer is consistent or not. Whether the requirement given by the customer is having any confusion. Technically it is called as ambiguity. Technically it is called as what? Ambiguity. If there is any confusion, if it is not consistent, if it is not complete, what they have to do, they have to call the customer or they have to interact with the customer until they get complete, consistent, without ambiguity free CRS. They will just keep on approaching the customer. Later they will convert that particular CRS into SRS. Is that clear? Guys, please do let me know, is that clear for everyone? I want a very quick response from your side. Is that clear? Yes or no? Okay, please do take the picture of diagram number 1. Please take the picture of diagram number 1. That is screenshot. Okay, if you would have taken the screenshot of diagram number 1, what I'll just come back to the, yeah. Now I might have to write few note points. I will write it. I'll just tell this happens to be diagram number 1. Guys, 100% I'm going to write a few note points. No one I'm telling, don't write the notes. Let me do one thing. Let me go for next phase. Sir, what is the next phase, sir? The next phase happens to be feasibility. I'll just tell the next phase happens to be feasibility. Okay, sir, what is feasibility, sir? And what they will do in this feasibility, sir? Trust me, it's pretty simple, guys. See here, in case of feasibility, they will come to know whether the company can develop the software or not. So I'm telling, by collecting the requirement, business analyst will connect. Business analyst will not tell no to the customer. Okay, maybe business analyst will correct the requirement and amount part, all those things will be decided. But don't you think they have to check in that company whether they are able to develop the software or not? If not, what they will tell? They will tell to the customer, it is not possible to develop the software. Sorry, tata, bye bye. Like this, they will tell. In which phase all these things will be decided? If you ask me, under feasibility study, these things will be decided. Okay, sir, what is feasibility study, sir? Exactly what they will do, sir. And who and all people, that means which people will be involved in this particular feasibility study, sir? Under feasibility study, there are 3 categories of people that will come. Sir, which category of people, sir? First one, finance people. I can just tell some of the people from finance team, that is finance team, because finance team is very important in the company. Next, resources team. Many of the times I'll not remember the spellings itself. Okay, resources team. Under resources, two category will come. Sir, which are those two, sir? Human resource, that is HR. Next, system resource. System resource. Okay, yes, sir. Okay, if you want the full form also, I will write what is there in that. I'll just tell system resource. This is system resource. Next, above one happens to be human resource. Human resource. Okay. Now, next category of people will also be involved in this particular feasibility study discussion. Sir, which are those people, sir? Technology related people. Technology related people. I can just tell it as see here, project manager. Project manager. Next, senior developer. Senior developer. Senior developer. And junior developer will not be involved in this. Okay. Next, senior test engineer. Senior test engineer or quality analyst. Test engineer. Senior test engineer. Next, is there any other designation? Please do let me know. Is there any other designation? I'll just tell you what is system resource. I'll tell you. No, I'm just writing. These are the people who will be involved. System resource means I can just tell IT admins. IT admins. Is that fine? Sir, what does these things will be involved, sir? It is pretty simple, guys. Finance team will check. For example, customer came to company and he has told, I will give you 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs. I'll give you 20 lakhs. If you develop the project, whatever I have told, I'll give you 20 lakhs. What this business analyst will also do, he will take that particular requirement and he will take that means amount will not be given, that information. And in feasibility study, this business analyst is very important, guys. Business analyst, he will tell, see, customer is giving 20 lakhs. What we should do? Next, finance team will tell, see, this is what the budget that is there in the company. Don't you think in order to develop the software, budget should be there in the company? Budget. This particular finance team, what they will tell, okay, budget is there. That means we can afford to develop the software. Maybe in order to develop the software, it takes around 15 lakhs for the company. In order to develop the software, it takes around 15 lakhs. Sir, how come 15 lakhs, sir? Maybe they have to pay the salary for the employees and they have to pay the amount for computer, laptop, all those things here. Under this, what will come if you ask me? Do you think they have to provide the laptops for employees? It might be developer, it might be test engineer, it might be anyone. They have to provide the laptops. That's also very important. They have to provide the Wi-Fi right now. Why? Because it's work from home. And like this, don't you think so many system related activities they have to provide? Correct, right? They will check whether the laptops, Wi-Fi's or the computers are available to develop the software or not. Next, human resource team will tell, in order to develop the software, how many developers do we have in that company? How many test engineers do we have? That's the reason here. Assume that they will tell us sufficient developers are there to develop the software is what the HR will confirm, and HR will confirm sufficient test engineers are there. So yes, sufficient test engineers are also there. Like this, many employees is what required to develop the software, but HR will confirm yes, those kind of resources are there. Next, what they will do, under technology, this project manager, senior developer, senior test engineer, they will tell, in order to develop that particular software, whether the employees in that company are having the knowledge on programming language which is required to develop this particular project. Forget about money. Okay, first, money is approved by the finance team. Yes, we do have the money. You can just go ahead. That's what they will tell to BA. Next, resources team will tell, yes, we do have the proper resources. You can go ahead. This technology people, what they will tell, see, in our company, we are having the developers or test engineers who is aware of C, Python, Java. That's it. But if the customer is asking the software to be developed in C++, we don't have that resource. Clearly, they will tell, see, if the customer agrees to develop the software in C, Python, Java, you take up the project. That's what will be discussed in feasibility study, or feasibility is what you can call. Is that fine? Please do respond, guys. Now tell me, what is feasibility? If somebody is asking, it is pretty simple. Let me just write the definition like this. By doing feasibility study, company will decide, to whether it's possible, to develop the software, or not. develop the software or not. Software or not. Next, below people will be involved in feasibility, will be involved in feasibility discussion, okay. Next, observe properly, they'll be involved in feasibility discussion. Sir, which are those people, sir? First, 100% BA should be there, business analyst. Next, who should be there, sir? Finance team should be there. Finance team. Next, resources team. It includes both human resource as well as system resource. I have just written resources team. Next, technology team. Technology team means these people will come into picture. I can just tell technology team. Is that clear, guys? Please do respond. Is that clear for everyone? I want a very quick response from your side. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, great. Now, sir, what is the next phase, sir? Next phase I will explain. If you just ask me what is the next phase, I can just tell the next phase happens to be design phase. See here. I'll just tell design phase. After requirement elicitation analysis, after feasibility, the next phase happens to be design phase. After design phase, coding phase. Let me just copy this. Let me just paste it here. Sir, what do you mean by design, sir? Or how many categories of design will be there, sir? Guys, right now, I know I'm just giving the theoretical knowledge. Why? Because first understand theoretically. Afterwards, I will take, that means how exactly the requirement will be given from client. I will show you the requirement also for you people. I will teach you as a business analyst how I'm going to convert the CRS into SRS. Afterwards, I will teach you. Maybe I'll make one person as HR, I'll make one person as developer, I'll make one person as test engineer, and I'll have the discussion of how the company people will have the discussion, and I'll teach you how to design the particular requirement, and how to code also I will show you, how to test also anyhow I'll be showing you, and how to do the next phases, all those things I will take care. You don't worry about that. But right now, try to understand from theoretical perspective how the things will work. Okay, when it comes to design, it's pretty simple. I can just tell like this. Sir, what is design, sir? It is nothing but a plan or a blueprint. Design is nothing but a plan or blueprint. Don't you think before constructing a house, 100% you should be having the plan, where kitchen should come, where bedroom should come, where hall should come, where living area should come, where balcony should come. All those things you'll be having the plan. Same thing in design also. Before developing the software, 100% they have to do this design part. That means it is nothing but a blueprint or plan. Okay, or I can just call it as architecture. Okay, next, sir, who is responsible to do this particular design part, sir? If you ask me, it's pretty simple. I'll just tell you that design will be done by architects. Or sometimes the design will be done by senior developers. That's now I'm telling. Design will be done by architects, or in some of the company, design will be done by senior developers. Is that fine? Okay, sir. Who will perform that means in design there are two types. I can just tell like this. There are two types in design. There are two types in design. Sir, which are those two types, sir? I can just tell like this. First one, low level design. Sorry, high level design is what? First one. Second one, low level design. LLD is what I will tell. First one is what? High level design. Here I'll just write the full form. I can just tell high level design. Second one, low level design. I can just tell it as low level design. Next, sir, who will take care about this high level design? Who will take care about this low level design, sir? I will teach you that. Before that, you only observe. I have just written high level design. Sir, how does high level design will look like? How does low level design will look like? If you ask me, so let us just take a simple example for that. I'll just do one thing. This is high level design. This is low level design. Majority of the times, high level design will be done by architects. High level design will be done by whom? Architects. Guys, some of the times architects will do both the things. Some of the time senior developers will both the things. But majority of the times in the IT company, high level design will be done by architects. Low level design will be done by senior developers. Sir, why always senior developer, sir? Why can't it junior developer, sir? Why? Because still you are junior. You're not eligible to perform design and all. You wait for your turn. After a couple of years, they will also make you as a senior developer. Then you can do all these things. Is that clear? Next, sir, what is high level design, sir? Guys, now I'm telling many of them will be getting confused between high level design and low level design. Please do concentrate. The design, the design, the design which tells us, which tells us, or which tells the overview, which tells the overview of the software. Overview of the software is referred as high level design, HLD. HLD. Sir, what is low level design, sir? I can just say like this. The design which gives the same thing, as nothing will change. The design which gives, or else the design which gives, the design which provides or gives, whatever it may be, the design which gives the design which gives the logic of individual component, logic of individual components is individual components of the software. The logic, that is the design which gives the logic of individual components of software, is referred as high level design or low level design. Very good. Low level design. Sir, please give me the examples or some chota diagram for low level design as well as high level design, sir. 100% I'll just write the diagram number 2. It's a pretty simple diagram, whatever I'm going to write. Let me just copy this. Let me just go back to the whiteboard. In this whiteboard, what I'll do, this is diagram number 2. I'll just paste it. Diagram number 2. First, assume that Facebook company, before they're developing the software, what they will do, some of the customer will come and, okay, I'm just writing a basic, that's it. Okay, I'll just do one thing. Okay, best example, guys. Right now, what happened? Assume that I have contacted a XYZ person to develop the website and application for study online. Okay, what I will do, I have given the requirement. Then they will do the feasibility study and they will tell the amount, and all the amount part discussion will happen. Later, internally, what they will do, they'll just develop the high level design. Sir, how does HLD or high level design will look like, sir? High level design will look like this. Okay, this is a study online website page. Initially, they should be having the study online homepage. Study online homepage should be there. Next, option should be there in order to create the courses. Option should be there in order to create the collections. Collection means manual testing is a course. Selenium is a course. Put together, it's called as a collection. Next, option should be there to perform user sign up. Option should be there to log in. Option should be there to watch the video. Option should be there to download the notes. Like this, a huge requirement is what I will give. Next, senior developers or architect, what they will do, they will tell, see, these many things should be there in his website or application. Now, the low level design, how this low level design will look like, if you ask me, they'll consider each and every component. For the each and every component, they have to write what, if you ask me, the logic. That means a overview of the logic. Sir, how does the overview of the logic will look like, sir? Let me just consider user sign up. In this user sign up, what they will tell, we have to collect the name from the students. We have to collect the phone number from the students. We have to collect the mail ID from the students, and we have to give the student to have some password. Next, we should have some unique ID for a student. I'll just tell unique number will be given for like this. So many things is what they will tell. These things, how we should develop, all those things will be discussed in detail in low level design. Now tell me, how many of them are able to understand high level design, low level design? I'll just tell this happens to be low level design. This is high level design. Is that clear, guys? Yes, please do respond. Are you able to understand? And afterwards, there should be one a sign up button here. There should be one sign up button. Like this, they will decide. Please do let me know. Are you people able to understand? Yes or no? I want a very quick response from your side. Are you people able to understand? Yes. Please take the screenshot of this. What is high level design? The design which tells the overview of the software. The software consists of these many things. Like these many things. What is low level design?
whichever the design which provides the logic of the individual component, such designs are only referred as what? Low level design. Sir, could you please give me some examples, sir? For high level design, I can just give the example happens to be flow chart, algorithm, pseudo code, etc. All those things are examples for high level design. Sir, what about low level design, sir? Have you heard about UML diagrams? Have you heard about class diagram or activity diagram? All those things are best example for low level design. Sir, how does this class diagram, how does this UML, how does this activity diagram, or how does this flow chart, algorithm, pseudo code will look like, sir? I will teach you. You don't worry about that. But as of now, let me just stick on to the examples. I'll just tell examples for high level design. Examples happens to be, let me just write the first example happens to be flow chart. We do have something called as flow chart. We do have something called as algorithms. Next, pseudo code. All these are best examples for high level design. Sir, what about low level design, sir? If you consider low level design, we have something called as UML diagrams, and we have something called as UML diagrams. Just a minute. UML diagram. Next, class diagram. Next, activity diagram. Is that fine? These are the examples for low level design. Now tell me, how many of them are able to understand the third phase, that is design? Design is nothing but a plan or blueprint. Design will be done by architects, or some of the times senior developer will take care about that. Okay, now under design there are two types. Sir, which are those two types, sir? Could you people please tell me which are those two types under design? Please tell me. Very good. High level design, low level design. High level design will be done by architect. Low level design will be taken care by senior developer. Next, examples also have given. Sir, what is coding, sir? Coding is a very simple technical term. Why? Because I'm not going to explain in detail regarding coding in testing class. Why? Because it is testing that I have to explain. Now I'll just tell coding will be done by developers. I'll just tell it's a process of converting. It's a process of converting low level design, or I can just tell design. It's a process of converting design into what? Executable format. That means by writing the logic, if you do that software in the executable format, then fine. That's what the coding part. I can just tell like this is a process of converting the design into machine understandable or machine executable format. Next, sir, who is responsible for this, sir? I can just tell coding will be done by whom? If you ask me, developers. Coding will be done by developers. It might be senior developer or junior developer, whoever it may be. Coding will be done by them. Now, coding phase also you people understood, correct? Right? Coding phase also you people understood. Let me just consider style token. Yeah, coding will be done by developers. All those things are done. Next, observe properly. Don't you think I have to give some note points? Regarding this, sir. What kind of note point you have to give, sir? Related to first phase, I haven't given the note points. I'll give that. You don't worry about that. Let me just do one thing. Let me just change this. Okay, first, I think if you would have taken the screenshot of diagram, I'm going to give the definition of some things, sir. Which are those things, sir? I'll just like this. What is requirement? Anybody please tell me what is requirement? People please do define the requirement. Requirement is very simple, right? I can just tell the needs of the customer, the needs of the customers or clients, which can be expressed in. Please tell me in which format they can express. I want you people to tell the answer. In which format they can express, which can be expressed in high level language, or which can be expressed in diagrammatical manner, or which can be expressed using mathematical equation format. Is that clear? Next point, please observe. Once the customer or clients approach the company with the requirement with the requirements, then business analyst will elicitate here, will elicitate, or elicitate is also called as what? Gather. Elicitate or gather those requirements from the customer or clients. Is that fine? That's what the duty of a business analyst. Next, comma, I'll just tell the requirement will be given. The requirements will be given in a technical language or business language. Please do let me know. The requirements will be given in technical document or non-technical document. Very good. I can just tell it as will be given in business language, and it's a non-technical document. It's a non-technical document, which in turn referred as what? I don't think it is referred as CRS. It is referred as CRS. Sir, what is CRS, sir? I'll just tell customer requirement specification. Next, please observe properly. No one I'm telling, please do observe properly. After collecting the requirement, I'll just tell after collecting the requirement, business analyst will analyze those requirements with three things. So which are those three things, sir? Number one, whether the requirement is complete or not. I just tell whether the requirement is complete or not. If it is not complete, again he has to ask the customer. Next, let me just copy this, paste it here. Whether the requirement is consistent or not, whether the requirement is having any ambiguity or not, whether the requirement is having any ambiguity or not, whether it is having any ambiguity or not. Is that fine? Sir, what is complete, sir? Can you people give me some example for complete, sir? Assume that I will take 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes to complete the class. That's what the meaning of complete. That means end-to-end requirement is given by the customer or not. That is what the meaning of complete. Consistent. Maybe in the first page, customer would have told, you have to develop this software within 15 days. Maybe in the last page, customer would have told you have to develop the software within 13 days. Don't you think mismatch is there? Inconsistent. First time he told 15 days. At last he's telling 13 days. Inconsistent. Maybe initially the customer told you have to use the this approach and these things should be there. Like customer will tell, okay, develop the software similar to study online. Fine. I might be the customer. I can just tell study online application should be having what I can tell homepage, courses, collections at first page. At last page, what I will do, I'll be including some other things. That means if the requirement should not be inconsistent, like your marks in your engineering, first semester 60%, second semester 65%, next semester 40%, like this, it is inconsistent. Actually, requirement should be consistent. That means throughout the document, it should be same, whatever they have told. Okay, next, it should not be having any sort of ambiguity. That means some statement should not be confusing for business analyst. Like that, it should be there. The best example, sir. Please tell me, sky is red is blue. What is the color of sky? Please do respond in the chat box. I want everybody to respond in the chat box. Sky is blue, blue is red. What is the color of sky? I think some of them are telling blue. Blue is red, right? I think some of them are telling red. What is the color of sky? Go and see outside. It is blue. Don't you think it's confusing? Similarly, some of the confusing statements will be there in the requirement. They have to do the research and they have to rectify that. And next, after doing all those things, next, after doing the analysis, please tell me. I'll just tell like this. After analyzing the requirement, business analyst will convert the CRS into a technical document and it will be in software language. It will be in software language. It will be in software language. It will be in software language, which in turn referred as. What is that? Please do let me know, guys. Which in turn referred as CRS or SRS. Very good. SRS. I'll just tell software requirement specification. Software requirement specification. Please observe properly. After analyzing the requirement, BA will convert the CRS into technical document, and it will be in software language, which in turn referred as SRS. Is that fine? SRS means what? Software requirement specification. Now tell me the chota definition for CRS and some chota definition for SRS. That's it. Afterwards, we will conclude the session. Okay. Please do observe CRS means what? Software. So customer requirement specification. Once again, I'm not going to write that. I'll just tell customer requirement specification. Customer requirement specification is a non-technical and non-technical document given by customer or client in which language? If you ask me, customer in business language, in business language. Okay. So then what is SRS, sir? I can just tell like this. Software requirement specification. I'll just tell software requirement specification is a technical document prepared by whom? Please tell me, guys. Not given by, prepared by business analyst. Prepared by business analyst or product analyst. In which language? Very good. Software language. In software language. Now tell me, how many of them are able to understand? Yes, sir. We're able to understand the first phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase, sir. So here first phase happens to be coding. Fourth phase happens to be coding, design, feasibility. Next, requirement, elicitation, and analysis. Please do respond. How many of them are able to understand? Are you people able to understand? Yes or no? That's it. Okay. I'll just do one thing. I'll be sharing you these notes. in the link. And one more thing, guys. From today onwards, I'll just do one thing. Have you seen our website? Yes or no? Have you seen our website? If it is no, I'm going to open our website as well as mobile application. Our website name happens to be www.studyonlinetech.com. Okay, I'll just click on enter. You just do one thing. You may have to do sign up activities. Okay, see here in the browser, if you just click on this, you may have to do the sign up activities. Click on sign up. It will be asking you to enter the full name, your mobile number, your email, your password. Create account. After creating the account, right now you do observe in this particular homepage, you can see under workshop section, so many things are there. Under database section, so many things are there. Under front-end technology, so many courses are there. Under full stack courses, so many sections are there. Now what I'll do, I'm going to create a separate collections called as software testing batch. Under software testing batch, under manual testing, I'll be uploading day 1, day 2, day 3 video. Will that be fine? Along with the notes also I'll upload. Sir, how to access, sir? Do we need to pay amount, sir? No. Initial 5 days will be free. That's what I have told, right? Initial 5 days will be free. Tomorrow I'll be teaching manual testing only. Day after tomorrow, I'm going to give the demo of automation testing. Okay, so that you just see how the automation testing will also be taught in the class. Observe properly, guys. Now I'm telling, don't pay the money. That means in the website. Sir, then how to pay the money? Where to pay the money, sir? I will tell you. If you pay the amount to my phone pay number or Google Pay number or to my bank account, I will give the manual access. I think already 9 people, or I think, I don't know, 9 or 11 people would have joined the software testing batch. Still, it's day 3. Till this Sunday, you'll be having the time. You can just do your admission and you can just enroll for the software testing course. Okay, if you enroll, I'll be giving the manual access. Okay, manual access. But sir, then initial 5 days, how to see, sir? If you click on this here, if you click on Python full stack, if you click on this Python full stack courses, I'll just consider a Python full stack new batch. Where is that? Yeah, Python full stack new batch. If you click on this here, initial 5 days, like this only it will be there, guys. See here, like this only it will be there. Don't pay the money. Why? Because manual enrollment is what I'll be giving. Observe properly, guys. Free preview, day 1, day 2 notes. Here, day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2, like this. Free preview means what? You need not to pay the amount. That means here, initial 5 videos in Python also it is free. From 6th day, if you want the access, you should be enrolling for the course. And one more thing, this particular, what I can tell, website or mobile application can be accessible using one device. Is that fine? You cannot give the credentials to your friend. Hey, I have the credentials. You start watching the course. If there are multiple logins that I have noticed, that automatically the mail will come. Why? Because I'm the developer who developed all those things. Automatically the mail will come. If I see that malpractice or whatever the unwanted activity that you're doing, 100% will be blocked and your amount will be refunded. There is no issue in the way, because if you're doing such activity, I don't want your amount. Okay. Next, observe properly. Let me just go back to the, yeah. Sir, what is the amount that has to be paid, sir? You please tell me, what is heading of this course? You people please tell me what is heading of this course. Guys, I'll be taking last 2 minutes. That's it, not more than 2 minutes. The heading of this course happens to be software testing. Happens to be the complete course, correct, right? Now tell me first, manual testing. Manual testing for about 40 hours is what I will teach. For about 40 hours. That's now I'm telling plus or minus 5 will happen. If I'm teaching 45 hours or if I'm teaching 38 hours, please don't ask me, sir, in the brochure you told 40 hours. You have thought 45 hours or 38 hours. Please don't tell like that. Next, Selenium using Java. Else automation testing using Selenium. I can just tell automation testing. Automation testing using Selenium for about 80 hours. Next, Java is what I have to teach. Why? Because for Selenium, Java is what the tool, the programming language that is used. I will teach Java for about 60 hours. Next, I will teach 2 real-time projects. Using Selenium for about 10 to 15 hours. I'll just tell 15 hours. Next, I will teach SQL for about 30 plus hours. I will teach HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap for about 20 to 25 hours. About 20 to 25 hours is what I will teach. Now tell me, 40 plus 80, 120, 120 plus 60, 120 plus 60, how much? 180, 210, 225, 230, approximately 250 hours of content is what I'm going to give. Yes or no? That's the reason in the brochure I have told 180 plus hours. I know it will cross around 250. Now tell me, what is the course fee that I have told? What is the course fee, guys? I think in the first day only I have told. What is the course fee that you have to pay for all the software testing package? It is 10,000, 10K. Some of them are telling 1,000. No, it is not 1,000. If somebody is giving 1,000, please do let me know. I'll also join. Okay, it is 10,000. Next, sir, for which account we have to pay the amount? All these things, sir. I will show you that. You don't worry. I'll just consider this. Okay. Duration of the course happens to be 4 to 5 months. Now I'm telling guys, while doing the admission itself, afterwards, please don't come and tell me, sir, you're taking 4 months. Why? Because if a huge amount of content has to be taught, it requires 4 to 5 months. And I can just tell a slot also, maybe Monday to Friday is what I will take. Friday. Some of the day I can take on Saturday with your permission. Is that clear? Monday to Friday, and the timings will be 8 to 9 a.m. 100%. I will not make you people to attend the evening batch. 100% no. Why? Because you have chosen morning slot. If you want evening batch also, you just tell me, I'll give the permission. Why? Because next week I'm going to start one more evening batch. Okay. This time might slightly change going ahead. I might start the class at 7:30. Will that be fine for everyone who will be doing the admission? After doing the admission, please don't tell like, sir, you told 8 o'clock, sir. Now you're starting the 7:30, sir. Fine. Maybe if you agree, fine. If you don't agree, guys, if a single student is telling, no, sir, I'm not comfortable with the time. No, I'll stick on to this time. While starting the course, what I have told, 8 to 9 a.m. Sometimes it might go till 9:15. Is that fine? Evening timings, I'll tell you. I think you need not to wait for evening batch. Do your admission for this morning batch. Maybe if guys, I too don't know when I'll be starting the evening batch. next week or after 2 weeks or after 3 weeks based upon my time schedule. Fine. Don't wait for that. Do your admission for morning batch. Attend. If you're not comfortable with morning batch, you can just switch on to evening batch. And one more thing, you will be getting 24/7 access for recorded video of the live class. Recorded video. I know right now I'm posting in the YouTube and I'm just giving the link. If that is there in my website, I'll not be posting in YouTube because easily you can download. I do know that. I'll be making the video using some algorithms. I'll be posting that so that you cannot record the video. You cannot take the screenshot there. You have to take the picture. Will that be fine, guys? And whenever you get the doubt, now I'm telling, please do ping me for my WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number, phone pay number, Google Pay number, every number is this. Please do call me whenever you want to talk with me regarding technical stuff. Please don't ask me, sir, I want to propose a girl, sir. Please do tell me some of the techniques, sir. No. Is that fine, guys? And now tell me, this is what the payment details. This is what the account number name, account holder name happens to be. My name, Sandesh HS. Next, account number, IFSC code. Next, phone pay, Google Pay number. Next, email ID. Is that fine? And before doing the payment, if you are a new student for me, I think many of them are my old student. They have done the phone pay, Google Pay. If you're doing phone pay, Google Pay for this number, very good, no issues. If not, please check whether the name is Sandesh or not. Then only do the phone pay or Google Pay. As no, preferably, I would not suggest you to pay through account. That's up to your wish. But if you do phone pay, Google Pay, easily I can see, I can just confirm. Okay. Today the admission will start. It will close exactly on this Sunday evening. From Monday, if somebody is coming and paying the amount, no, I'll not entertain all those things. Is that fine? So is there any installment? Some of them are asking. Yes. 2 installment, that's it. Okay, initial payment should be, that means first payment. As if you're paying 10,000, it is very good for me. Why? Because I need not to monitor. Okay, I can just tell if you pay 10,000, very good. If not, first payment while doing the admission, it should be minimum. Yeah, recorded videos can be accessible anytime. Guys, why I'm giving the recorded video? Maybe in the morning slot, you might be having some meetings or you might be not be able to attend the class. Correct, right? There might be some emergency. At that point of time, you can just go through the recorded content. That's the reason I'm giving the recorded video. Okay. No, it will not go after some time. No, until I complete the course, recorded content will be there. After completing the course, I can just give some extra 1 month to watch the videos or revise the video. After that, it doesn't mean that the validity there for lifetime. Until I'll be there, until you will be there, you'll not be getting the access, because those things will be misused. I know that. That's the reason. After completing the course, 1 or 2 months extra access I'll give. Will that be fine? That's now I'm telling. First payment should be 5,000, exactly 5,000, not less than that. If not 4,000, not less than 4,000. Second payment should be. I'll just tell you the date. Second payment date. Second payment should be 5,000. That means remaining amount whatever I have paid apart from first payment. The date for this should be within March 5th, 2022. Is that fine? Within March 5th, plus or minus 1 or 2 days, it will be permitted, no issues. But please don't go beyond that. Please don't make me to call you and ask you to do the admission. Because as a trainer, my duty is to teach. Fine. But ultimately, I cannot do it for free because nothing comes for free in life. That's the reason I'm charging the minimal amount. Guys, you tell me. Let me ask everyone. Is there any institute which will give, okay, any institute in Bangalore or whatever it may be, which will give all this content for 10,000? You tell me that. Is there any content? Is there any institute? If it is there, please do let me know. I have to interact with them. I have to give a very big hug for them so that at least they're doing some, what I can tell, a service for the student. Guys, one more thing. It doesn't mean that I have kept minimal fees. I know 10,000 is a very maximum amount for some of them. If you are a student or if you are, that means if you are depending for from your parents to get the money. I know that. I know the value of 10,000, but I cannot reduce the amount. Now I'm telling, I cannot reduce the amount. Please don't ask me to give the discount. Already it's a minimal amount. I could have told like this, right? The course fees is 15K and negotiable. I could have told like this. At that point of time, you should also negotiate it. Sir, please make it as 11,000, 12,000. There's no negotiation in that. If there is anything that has to be interacted, please do call me. Please do interact with me. Okay, I'll just see whether anything needful can be done for you people. Will that be fine? From tomorrow, the admission will start. I want those who are interested to join the course, do the admission as early as possible. Afterwards, please don't come and tell me, sir, I want to join this batch, sir. There is a limitation. I think around 50 is what the limitation that I have in my mind. I think 50 will not happen. Around 40 to 50 will happen. We'll see that. But you just start your admission as soon as possible. Thank you so much. And in group, are you? I think everyone are there in Telegram channel, right? Everyone are there in Telegram channel. Correct, right? Okay. Please do see the message in Telegram channel regarding the attendance of today's session. Regarding the attendance, I want you people to give the attendance, and feedback is not required. And yeah, I think I have shown you the website, right? I have shown you the website. I'll be showing you the application also, mobile application. Sir, how does the mobile application will look like, sir? In your mobile phone, or in your laptop, you just go to Play Store. In Play Store, what you have to do, you have to search, study online, STUDY online. Click on enter. This is what the logo of study online. Click on this study online text here. Click on this. Scroll down. This is what the application that is there. Okay. If possible, if you haven't given the feedback, please do give the feedback regarding the teaching application, all those things. Maybe after 1 week, you just give the feedback. I think now it's too early for you to give the feedback. Maybe later you can just give. Okay, if you want to explore, you can just explore our application. I'll just paste this link in the Telegram later. Will that be fine? Thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll meet exactly at what time? Tomorrow at what time we'll meet? Exactly at 8 o'clock we'll meet. Will that be fine? Okay, great. I'll be posting the notes. Just give me a minute. I'll just take the attendance. Sir, how are you going to take the attendance? Sir, it's pretty simple. If I take the screenshot of your names, those who have attended, easily I can just take the attendance. Thank you so much, guys. We'll meet you tomorrow exactly at 8 o'clock. Have a great day. Bye-bye.